but it's not done. We need headphones. What's up? We got a car. Cancel. I don't know why it does that now. Stop it. And then I need to match shapes. We need the letter A. Good. Auto find and activate. Yep. We live. We live. Still having a problem finding. There we go. Okay, we should be good. Hey, it does work. We got this wonderful Regal. I like these cars. We're going to be doing 35% in the front, 20% in the rear. Apex. We're going all out. I don't need this. I used a flip. I remember when the flip keys came out. I don't see these much anymore. I miss flip keys. It's like a fidget toy. Okay, so if you want to start these and not have them die so quickly, you press and hold. So press. There we go. It sounds like it does nothing for a little bit, and then everything should kick on. And then it'll ding ding and annoy chat.
What ding? I think it only dings in chat. I don't hear it.
Just passes through. Is that for most? That's for any GM. Cadillac, Buick, GMC. They all have those push buttons. Some of them will just stay on and cycle, so they'll go through accessory, and then you can press it again and it'll go to ignition. But GMs are always funny. They'll go to accessory and then they'll shut off. So you press and hold to make sure it stays on. Is that this thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah. Are you tinting? I am. Day's going well. How's your day going? Just taping up some seals. These are really dirty felt seals. And we're gonna make them very clean by doing this. Look at how easy that was. Slide a piece of tape in here. We are tinting. Just getting some stuff prepped. We'll start. We'll start with the front doors. Keep it a little more exciting. Let me get some tape though on the back. It's been a while since I've used Lowe's tape, yeah. I got jaded at Lowe's when they raised the price. Like everybody raised prices, but still, it went from like $10 to like $15. Now I think it's sitting somewhere like 13 to 15.
Yeah, wait till the tariffs hit.
Yeah, then it'll be 300. Do you have any videos on the C6? Ugh, I'm gonna flip this around. It's getting stuck. There we go. C6. Kind of. Yes, I do. I do have some videos on the channel that you can look up. There's quite a few videos in general on that one. It's a tough one, for sure. Something that can help is doing like a 60-40 split instead of like a 50-50. Tuck tape is cheaper. Yeah, it depends. Sometimes it goes on sale, sometimes it doesn't. I tried to source tape directly from them, but $20,000 worth of tape would have still given me a price that's higher than what you can buy it for on Amazon, which made literally no sense. I had one of their reps come out here. Tuck tape is cool. I like this stuff better though. I got a helper now. Yeah!
He's training me.
This is his first day.
Starting with the back window in Apex.
Yep, never tinted before.
I just watched Matt's videos and figured it out.
What's the tape for? The tape helps keep everything clean on the sides. So we have some really old felt seals that kind of fall apart. That's really normal. Anytime manufacturers do felt, it gets dirty and it just, little pieces start to fall out. So when you get it wet, oops. Oh yeah, there's some of that dirt I was talking about. How come you don't tape the top? Because my tint never touches the top, in all honesty. So you could, as overkill, but I'm more trying to just protect the sides. Anywhere water is kind of bleeding back into the work is what I'm trying to prevent. Water will carry the felt, and then it'll start to ruin things. Wow, that corner just really doesn't want to stay, does it? There we go. Can I get service done here? If you want to. I don't see why not. All right, so I need 35. We're doing 35 on the front. There's a short roll, and there is my long roll. Since we're doing a car, I'm gonna grab my long roll, and I'm gonna split this in half. This is a 36-inch roll. So instead of using, ooh, I thought that was gonna fall over. Instead of using like a 20 or 24-inch roll, I can take 36, and I can split it in half. Save a little bit of film per side. It's just handling the roll of film. So if you do it like this, it'll be a little heavy. Then you go back in the box. Your work is explosions and fire. Thank you. So we line that up, and then just take this, zip it across, and there you go. I'll flip this around, and we can cut these two pieces out at the same time. So we can save a little more time while we're doing this. Yep, you can use a long roll and get both sides out of it. Alternatively, you can take a short roll that makes handling film easier, but a common short roll size is 20. 20 is a little tall for these windows. Can you do automotive tinting with security film? Avery Dennison had something. It sold in the Middle East. It was like a 4 mil tinted security film. Unfortunately, it was blurry. Like it just had an orange peel to it. But it does exist. But security film, I don't see any reason why you couldn't put it on Windows, but it probably, shrinking might be an issue. I don't know if security film shrinks. I think something should be done for, like, you could put something on the exterior for all the break-ins that happen out in, like, California. Be kind of a tough undertaking, though. You'd essentially, like, PPF material the windows. Out of all the films, which one blocks out the most amount of heat? The film that we're installing right now. This is dual layer ceramic. This is called Apex. So this is effectively like double tinting your car in 2 layers of ceramic, but we only have to use 1 film. Is the shrinking different on Apex? No, but yes. It's so since it's got 2 ceramic layers in it, ceramic absorbs heat and it'll hold it. So when you heat it up, it can continue to shrink a little past where you heat it. So you can go fast with it, but you don't necessarily want to. Do security film on windows, like architectural? So we're gonna straighten these out around the corners. Do them on vehicles. Oh, cool. What film do you use? I struggle with loading them. I could see that. You gotta basically bottom load it. It's kind of like installing Windows because that stuff is so thick and not flexible. Advice for self-tinting. Like what kind of advice? Just do it. Well, I use different blades. So the stainless blades are safer for cutting on glass, and they're more for general purpose cutting. The thin blade that I used for the top edge is a carbon steel blade, but because it's thin, it dulls out very quickly. It's super good for getting a nice clean cut on the top. Not quite gonna hold up to general cutting. And stainless is gonna be safer for glass. What's the difference between putting it on the inside versus putting on the outside? Well, one would go on the outside and live on the outside, and the other, like, what's the difference between 15 and 20%? 5%. All the cutting and the shrinking happens on the outside. This will get installed on the inside very shortly. Do you use a torch? I like using heat guns better. They're just a little more forgiving. Torches are if you want to move as fast as possible. But I honestly never feel like I'm going slow with a heat gun. All right, let's put this here for a minute. Start prepping the inside. What's the purpose of the heat gun? So the tint is flat and the glass has a curve. So we need to make the tint curve to fit that same curve of the glass. We're basically molding it to have that same shape.
These weren't me.
Oh, some scratches on the
This
outside?
is from the tape.
Okay. Oh yeah, they don't even have a brake light on that one. That's nice. I think it was like the lacrosse has one. I would get a Regal's just about as much as I would get lacrosses. And I remember one of them was annoying. This one is less annoying.
Like the Malibu, I think. In the Impala.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. These still have a little bit tighter seals on the sides. Especially with the felt. That used to be a problem for me, but now I got tape. Do you only heat the edge? For the door windows, yeah. Doors aren't very curved, most anyways. So you can get your whole curve just out the bottom. No reason to do everything else. I'm seeing a little bit of... I might torch this. I feel like I should. So I do use a torch. I just use it in a less conventional way. I did a Porsche Macan today and I almost lost it. I feel that pain. I did a Porsche Macan and I did lose it. It was at a different place. It was, hey, do you have time to do front doors? I got a guy with a Macan, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds fine. So I came in at like 3 o'clock, 2 or 3 o'clock or something like that. And I pulled it in. I looked at it first, and I'm like, oh no, this is way different than just a couple doors. So we only charged regular pricing on it for one. And I spent probably about an hour with it and didn't even have the quarter window done. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. Yeah.
Just lean it forward. Perfect. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Backseat was built for big boys.
But yeah, that's definitely one of the only times that I kind of... I haven't turned away that many vehicles. That was one that I turned away and didn't want to see it again. I had to use security film. Oh, I must have missed it. What security film are you using? That sounds even worse. Daniel Reyna, doing good. How are you? All right, now the fun part. Let's get this installed. Really curved back windows. Patience. Watch videos, practice. There isn't anything I can tell you to make them easy, though. Not right now. Do you shrink regardless of shape or only if it's curved? Basically, every car window has some type of curve to it. Your small quarter windows are not very curved. But some door windows are flatter, some are more curved than others. Until you kind of know, just shrink everything. Otherwise, you'll be back here and go, why do I have fingers on the sides? They won't go away. You'll even shrink it and it'll still happen. How do you know when you're done shrinking? All you're trying to get is the same curve. I will show there. Pull this out. Rinse. Fold this corner up. Pull that back. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. There we go. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Yep. Just like I remember, right here. This side seal doesn't look that bad. It's really not. Just don't tuck very far into it. But it's definitely tighter.
You ever torched a back window? 'Cause this is bad.
What do you mean?
Like it's beating up like little beads of water across the whole back window.
Oh.
Look at that. That's scrubbed.
Huh. No, I haven't. Why is it? What's that smell? Why does it smell like weed?
Oh, that could have been my pocket.
Oh. All right, squeegee this off. Yeah, I'll take a look. It's a special tape. We're restocking the seal guard and changing it up. This honestly works better. So why do we tape? This is a great example of why we tape. See all this? That's why I tape the sides. I prevent all that kind of stuff from just falling off the seal and leaching into my work. So I don't want that. Does anybody know if GeoShield is a good brand? Yeah, we're using it. We've used it for like the past 6 years? 2019, I think, is when I first started using it. It's been great. I'm a fan. This is their Apex line. So this is a dual layer ceramic. Apex Auto Shield. I have not heard of that. Okay. How much for a roll? You can check out our site, but depends on the type and how big. I feel like I can just get this. How do you know if you're truly getting ceramic? You should feel a difference. If you don't feel a difference, then that's not good. I'm sneaking in here. How many vehicles can I tint with a 40 by 50 foot? Around 4 or 5 cars. How much for 5 all around on a Civic Type R? 35 on the windshield. Depends on the film. Starts at 450, 550, or 650. Did I pre-cut it? No. Mark cut it. Yep. It's just... Oh, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, actually no issues.
I didn't see it beat up like that on the back window.
Yeah. I don't think it was ever something I even paid attention to until I really noticed it for door windows, and so like I look for it all the time now. But I still like I never really had an issue on back windows until I did like a Lexus. It was a Lexus IS. It was hot in the garage though. Have you used the pizza cutter Olfa blade? Yeah, a long time ago. I'm not a fan. I don't like the rotary cutters. I feel like you actually have to press kind of hard with a rotary. And I've seen lines left behind from them too, so I don't think they're any safer. But older competitions, I would see them being used by a couple people. And that's what they would say, they didn't scratch, because it's not like dragging around the window, but you are still pressing sharp metal on glass. So I would still see it. Is ceramic worth it for the heat? Yeah, 100%. But here is the real talk about ceramic. Your car is still a metal box. Your car will still get hot. So if you're expecting your car to feel cold when it's been sitting out in a hot parking lot, it won't. You still have to start it. You still have to run your air. But what it does is it acts like a heat filter. So any sun that's coming through these windows, it then blocks that sun and absorbs it into the glass. Some of it dissipates off the car. So what we usually see, though, is people that get it always get it again. It's never like, oh, it was a little expensive, I got it, I didn't see the value. It's, oh no, that was so nice, I have to get it. But some people basically sell it like it's gonna keep your car cold. It won't. Your car's still a metal box. Maybe it's pre-recorded, maybe. We might be pre-recorded. Okay, we're back. We're back. It just likes to keep me on my toes, I guess, in an annoying way. If it cuts down on the UV, yes. All tint is going to help with UV, 100%. Won't answer no questions about the locations on him being in Detroit. What's your question? We're in Sterling Heights. Yeah, it's in the name. Your installation gel help with contamination? No, your installation process. There really isn't any magic that solves contamination. So I tape the sides, for one. That helps. There's no fast fixes for contamination. You can tape the sides, but general cleaning is important. You can poorly clean a window and get a better job than a rough installation with extra cleaning. That's where a lot of people fall short. It's more about how you install than what you do before you install. What percent on the windshield? Okay, if you want to go with a nice light look that still has some privacy, 50% is really good for that. It's not going to give you total privacy, and it's not going to stand out a ton. It's a nice, like, in between. If you want to block out more glare and you don't mind a darker look on your windshield, 35 is great. But 35 will definitely make your windshield look dark. See, that's why we wipe the top edges too. You see all that? Contamination, it's everywhere. But what matters most is how we install it. So, spray it down, grab your squeegee, wipe off the blade. Start at one side, squeegee over the top, wipe your blade off, squeegee over where we just squeegeed. So like overlapping squeegee strokes. And what we're trying to do is get rid of any dirt that's in the middle. Then I'm gonna swipe one side, swipe the other side, flush for good measure, and then coat, and that's ready to install. What PSI? 90? And we're gonna start with our install. Long side first. Now you notice I don't have any felt that I'm bumping into because I taped the seals. First, we wanna just scoot this lightly into the side, flatten out our film, go to this side, pull it back. Hang on, it's getting stuck there. We're going to like create a little slack, fold up that front edge, and scooch it forward. When we do that, it like pulls it back. That way it can get behind the seal, and then we stretch it back out. And then we just line up the top as close as we can without going over. That looks pretty good to me. Then we're gonna start tacking this down. Start with the very top. I'm only really worried about the very top of it first. Then these air bubbles on the side. Shove a tri-edge in there, just like when we basically cleaned it up before installing. Did we miss something? Hang on. Ah, balls. Yep, we missed something. This ain't gonna come out, so we gotta redo it. Unless it's, I think that's on the surface. We're gonna find out. Yep. Missed a little bit of adhesive there. All up here, there's a little bit of adhesive left over. So that means this film is bad. How do you fix that? You cut out a new piece. So I'm gonna grab my short roll this time. So that's gonna be this one, because we're doing 35 on the front. Is that a Chevy Malibu? Almost. It's a Regal.
Dressed up cousin.
It's the expensive Malibu. Yeah. What cabinet system? New Age cabinets, and then we did custom glass boards on the face of it. They don't sell that option, unfortunately. But you can make them. All right, so now we're gonna start from the top. Let's get a piece of film. Since this is already got a flat edge, we're gonna use that. Flat edge on the bottom there. Line that up. Make a cut on one side. We'll shift it over. We don't have to shift it over too far. Actually, let me do that again. About 1/4 of an inch. On these ones, we definitely don't want to go over super far. Tight seals. Tear that away. Shift it back. Then we're gonna just tuck this down a little bit. Where a lot of people get hung up is they just tuck way too far into everything. It's like your window, your pattern doesn't need to be much wider than the sides. It just needs to cover your gaps. And same thing with the bottom. It just needs to tuck into that seal a little bit. If you do that, you're good. Okay, so now we grab our top edge knife. Make our cut. Tear that away. Let's go finish our corners. Then we gotta reshrink and install. We're gonna make sure I'm gonna make sure we clean a little bit better this time. Shouldn't it be on the inside? It should. It might find a home there. We'll find out. Its story's not over yet. How much do you charge? All the sides and rear on this one, this is in our top of the line ceramic. This is $450. 2 layers. Thoughts on Tint Club? I don't know. There's people that like it. I don't really look at my films the way that they do. Not saying they're bad films. It's just I kind of like the whole package from a company. If I have a client that asks what type of films that they use, or while they're looking at the films that I sell, I don't want it to sound like budget. It was the same problem I had with Tint Depot. It's like Tint Depot didn't sell bad film. They sold good film. They sold branded film. They just couldn't do it under the branded name. So then it had like a cheap sounding brand to it, and I just didn't like that. Have you tinted a Shelby GT 500 5.2 supercharged V8? No, just the supercharged V12. It's the only one that I tinted, not the V8. Yeah, I've definitely tinted Mustangs. They all have very similar glass to them. What VIN number? 3. It's like, what is your phone number? 7. I have one of the original phone numbers. What's the hardest vehicle? Usually a bet. Are framed glass easier than frameless? No and yes. With frameless, most of the time, it's about getting your cuts right. With framed, your cuts still matter, but you're tucking in 3 out of the 4 edges. So as long as you're like within a ballpark, you're generally okay. It's just dancing that fine line. I'm tinting a Lincoln MKC SUV. Any tips? No. What are you having problems with? I could maybe help you out a little bit more if I knew what problems you're having.
Is that the one with the windows?
It's the one with the windows. Why was my battery disconnected when I got this done? I don't know.
Maybe they hook it up to a charger the whole time so it doesn't die.
Can this go over factory? It can. 100%. No, factory privacy glass cannot be removed. It is essentially colored. It's like nice colored, but it is colored. How much easier is GeoShield to shrink than Lexan? It really depends on the line that you use. Most of Geo films are just more consistent and don't require quite as much heat.
It's 2.6 times easier.
Up to 60% easier.
That sounds like something AI would write for a website.
I know. We should have a way to measure it. Literally tell people that. Or just measure it in a silly way. I would like that. That'd be fun. Okay, so this goes back. I have time to cut rear patterns, but then I gotta go pick up my son. So I will leave this with Mark, and he will show you how to install the back doors. I'll get these cut quick. Oh yeah, I need my sprayer. All right, class. Everybody recite the tint BCs. A is for apex. B is for bulldozer. Yeah. C is for cut or ceramic. It's for ceramic or cut guard. It'd be nice to have a program to put the type of car and get the measurements.
If only they had something like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That'd be cool. Like, you know, like a machine kind of like this that you could, and then it's a really good idea.
1-star reviews.
1-star reviews.
I was just asking a question.
My bad. I know nothing about tint. That's okay. I have some fun with it. I get these questions a lot, especially when I'm cutting. It's like, why don't you use the plotter? I do use it, and then you use the plotter, and it's like, why did you stop hand cutting? And it's like, shut up. It's almost like clockwork with just about every window that I do. I get asked why I don't do the other thing.
Can't win.
There's nothing you can do to win. You guys do a double strip on the windshield. What's a double strip? Oh, like a top one? Ah, it took me a minute for that one.
Yeah, double strip. It's got to be the bottom one.
I've never done that.
They're the worst. It's just hard to start squeegeeing the water out because you don't have any leverage.
I heard
Reverse rolling might be different.
I had a trucker give me a good reason for it, and all he said was the hoods reflect a lot of light, so it's nice to be able to stop those reflections. And every other answer I felt was stupid.
So then why'd I have to do it
Just-
on
Just do your full windshield or do a top strip. So I need this one. How much time do I have? 3:05. Oh, I still got time. I got time to install this. One window.
Well, this is halfway clean for you. Here, I'll get out of the seat.
Oh, okay. And then you want to take this to the other side then? Cool. Because that's for that side.
I'll leave it over here. I'll pull it off the board.
Is there going to be a video for the big truck? No. Dude, no.
Oh, yesterday?
Yeah.
We didn't have any tripods tall enough.
That's just a struggle and get it done. I just don't do them. So honestly, I learn more about that kind of stuff as I do it. So with the passenger side, I just made some dumb mistakes. But I got a template. And so I used that template to help cut out a better pattern. But the curve of the top edge, like the actual bevel, was too rounded. So it was hard to get like a nice clean cut that matched up. So it's just a lot of like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I was tired. I needed a nap by the end of it. But I had another windshield to do right after that. This window shifts, and I didn't put much on the side, so just like
Okay, I see.
push it this leading forward when you install it. I got a hood truck. Nice. What's the difference between the purple Rex and the one you're using right now? The orange one was like, man, we got so many different ones right now. The purple ones I just really like is like overall light cleaning and cleaning the glass at the end of it. And so we just got a bunch of them right now. The orange ones, those are just GeoShield microfibers. Oh no.
Yeah, me too.
Did we just run out of battery? Or is it? It's gotta be. No, I think you just shut it back off. Will accessory mode get us by? No, it won't. Damn it. No, there's one over here. Ta-da! Oh, you know what it probably was? It's got a sub, doesn't it?
Yeah, if the radio is on. Well, yeah, it's probably just turned on to accessory.
There we go. Yeah, so like I get vehicles from time to time that I just don't get. Like that was the first. I've had a couple semi trucks. That was the first utility truck that I've had. So for me, it was more about just learning. Does it go up and down?
Yeah.
Yay! And also not wanting to do them again. So if I get another one, I probably still want to stream it. It's just watch Matt struggle with a big vehicle for a little while type of stream. It's not that exciting.
I think you sell yourself short on how many people might enjoy seeing you struggle. I feel like it would just help everybody feel a little better. Like, oh, okay, I needed to see that.
At my own expense. That's fine. I don't mind that from time to time, but through a whole thing, like, I'm just. I would like to see the struggle. I know. Yeah, I tinted that utility truck. We ended up not doing a windshield. So when we first talked, so it was somebody else that was saying what was getting done. So it was just miscommunication where they thought it was getting a windshield, but it didn't. Still took me a good part of the day to do. Front doors, little window at the bottom, and then a
Back window was tough. You guys had to open tough.
yeah. I jumped in, I measured it, cut a piece of film, peeled it ahead of time, and then when I installed it, I basically just like set it up where it needed to go, squeegeed it out, and trimmed it. So I didn't trim it ahead of time.
Kinda.
Yeah, it helps with all the edge cuts, but as you're cutting it, you're also getting like real small slivers of that rubber sometimes getting trimmed away.
Yeah.
So then I could like brush those out. And unless you remove the glass, it was going to have a gap. There was no way around that.
That doesn't make it fun to install though.
No.
It still is like, oh,
No. And some of those cuts were around the seat.
yeah.
So I just odd angles for most of it. Like thankfully the passenger seat didn't have a headrest. So it was easy to get to for that part, and then I had to kind of like swing it behind the other seat. But I mean, they paid like $800 for it, so I'm kind of sad I didn't charge more. Because when I said the price, he was just like, "Yeah, whatever it was." It's like, well, in that case, it's $2,000. Does geocarbon slide better than Pro Nano? A little bit, yeah. Pro Nano's got a super aggressive adhesive, and it's got a different one. So Pro Classic and Pro Nano both have the same type of adhesive systems. C2 carbon, C2 ceramic, and Apex all have the same adhesives. So just different adhesive families is what those are. Oh yeah, it's a little drip on the outside. Those are the best. What does IR stand for? Infrared. So that has to do with the amount of heat. IR is really what you feel. So when a film says it blocks 99% of the IR, it's a little bit misleading because it's not all of what you feel, but it's a good chunk of what you feel. Realistically, can I apply PPF to my matte black bike? I don't know. Probably. Yes, you can do PPF over matte finishes. What's odd is if you have a matte finish, you kind of like in order to keep it, you have to then do another matte finish over it because that kind of stuff, once it's scratched or scuffed or anything, like the finish is done. There's no way to fix it. You can only fix glossy finishes. Neat. Okay. Oh yeah, I really gotta run. Okay. So I will have Mark fill in for the end.
What do I gotta fill in?
Here's a microphone,
Okay.
and then I'll let you have this. I don't know if you want this. Do you want it on a tripod?
Yeah, I'd rather it on a tripod. My beard gets in the way. I tried that. So I got this perfect pattern here. It's not every day you get to stick a Matt Blackmer pattern. You stuck my back window though, so I guess it's only fair.
Here we go. Okay. I'll let you have that.
All right. Well, I'm just about to finish. Oh yeah. So chat doesn't start going off like crazy. I won't be able to hear the comments in my ear like Matt does, but I can still read them on the TV. No, you'd have to keep them there for 2 or 3 more days before they think you abandoned them.
It's 2 minutes past. I think I've been
All right. Well, this went quick. Should team up on cars more often. Team job. We literally just did this in like an hour and 10 minutes. Something like that. Oh, there's a bunch of water on the inside. I haven't checked my work from the outside yet, though, so I don't know. Might be getting ahead of myself. You guys know how that goes. Marky Mark. Jaybird. Oh, let me get in front of the camera. Oh, he put it on the backside, so it's backwards for me. It's all right. Not much water dripped behind here. Oh, I gotta shut that key off so this doesn't die again. Look how dirty that tape is. And that's why we do that. So far, so good. I love how, oh, I was just about to say I love how that tape comes off and it just ripped the seal out with it. Get back in there. All right, there we go. Let's check it out. See how it looks. Ooh, that tripod's nice. It's It's not all wobbly like mine. I think it turned out pretty good. Just got to go over everything. Set you guys right here. I got to put a few things away inside the back of the car. Put the headrest back in. Wipe down the outside and get him all checked out. All right, where's the glass cleaner? Hold on, chat, I'm coming. Who? Where's Matt? Matt's gone. How long you been tinter? I have been tinting since 2006. So 19 years under my belt. Legal limit for Michigan. Michigan, you can do anything you want on the back. You can go as dark as you want. This is only 20, but you can go as dark as you want on the back. And then on the front doors, you can't do anything unless you have a note from a doctor, and then you can go as dark as you want. So I'm gonna go through and clean these. Is this ceramic? Yeah, this is ceramic. This is Apex dual layer ceramic. It's our premium film. Move this over here, do the other side of the car. Plotter or hand cut? This was all hand cut. Matt and I just did this in like an hour. I wish we did them this fast all the time. But he had to go, and so I jumped in to help him out. I mean, just came for the day. No, I've worked here for like a year and a half. I've been here a long time. I typically don't tint unless we have jobs that are double stacked or unless Matt needs help with something. But we have a, that door is unlocked, thankfully. We have a software called Tintly that I mostly work on. And Matt does the tinting. So he's the one you guys always see. I mean, it's his channel, his thing. That's why you always see him and not me. But I am here. Hello. And I do tint sometimes. And I have my own shop about 75 miles away from here that I run on nights and weekends. Oops. All right, get all these tools off. And get this thing pulled out of here. Always keep keys in your pocket. Double team detailing. Does GeoShield Pro Nano have 70% have a brown hue to it? No, I wouldn't say that it does. You could make that argument for the Pro Nano 35, but I would not say that about the 70 or 70. Is Pro Nano 70 or 75? I know C2 is 75. I don't remember if Pro Nano is 70 or 75. We haven't used it for a minute. Yeah, 35 brown. Yes, 100%. Do you recommend paying for a tinting class? I mean, yeah. It's going to expedite your learning exponentially. Like if you have somebody that has some legitimate experience and you can pay to learn from some of their mistakes and avoid some on your own, then yeah, it would definitely be worth it. You look like a goat. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's kind of what I'm going for. Favorite film and slip. Favorite film, GeoShield. Favorite slip, no comment. Let's take these off. Unplug the charger. And I think this is going to be it. I don't really have much else to show you guys. Not on this one anyway. Flip that closed. That's negative, that's positive, that's right. Okay. All right, let's take a look one more time. I'll do a lap around. This is 35 in the front and 20 on the rear. But I think that's it. And the funny thing is I don't know how to stop the live. So we're going to take, oh, stop streaming. I bet this button right here will do it. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to stop it. This car is done. Check back in next time. You'll see the normal guy.